No, that's after we do the
All
right.
We're gonna do that now.
Okay.
Okay, so you wanna lead?
Okay, so we have one side of the table starts and then the other side starts. Okay? Alright, so let's start with this, and it's to the tune of Frere Jacques.
What is it?
It's a little
It's an insert.
It's a little insert. Okay? Roasted shank bone, roasted shank bone, hard-boiled egg, hard-boiled egg, carpus and a roasted, bitter herbs, bitter herbs.
We're supposed to do it in opposition.
Alright, now that we're talking about the Seder, here we have the Seder plate, and I'm gonna ask, since you've all been here many times, and things that you should know what each purpose. This is the shank bone, and why do we have a shank bone on the Seder plate? Anybody like to offer?
Because of the lamb that was slaughtered for its blood, for the Jews not to be visited by the plague of the death of the firstborn.
Right, and also what things that it was the priestly sacrifice. In other words, the things that you brought an animal to be sacrificed, roasted, and kept by the synagogue. Okay, and the egg, the roasted egg. This is the festival egg. Or things that this is, in other words, our meal itself. That we've roasted it and we're going to share it tonight.
But it also means renewal and
The egg Yes. means it's life, it's a signal of life.
Oh yes, and that's because they take an egg because it's round. It's a circle of life. Yeah. And
Why it's roasted? What? Then why it's supposed to be roasted?
yeah.
Why is it supposed to be roasted? She wants to know.
Because it's a significant. It was a sacrifice. You actually brought the animal
No, I'm talking about the egg.
Why is the egg roasted?
Why is the egg roasted?
because that was the Passover meal.
It was in the desert? So why would they roast eggs in the desert?
Because they
Probably
would
put it in the
sand.
sand instead.
Yeah, as good as that.
Right?
We can look it up.
I don't know the answer.
Now we got a lot of
I don't know. Do you know the answer? I don't know the answer.
Then we have the
Next question. Where's Ross?
bitter herbs, the horseradish, and
That's easy.
what does that signify?
What's that?
The bitter life.
And the tears and so forth and suffering, right? And then on the other side, the sweet mora, or the arosas. And Marilyn has a
Oh, I found
no insight.
I found it
All the different formulas for arosas, and tonight we have two. We have the Ashkenazic, which is made with walnuts and apples, and then we have the Sephardic, which is made, I think, with pecans and figs and plums and pears and so forth, and of course apple.
Sounds good.
Apple is always added.
Yeah,
Marilyn,
I
why
found
would
something
always
very,
have apple?
the apple, it says here that Herosis was built, as they said, for clay and all like that.
Yeah, that's it.
And it comes from the Hebrew word sheres, or clay. Ashkenazi Jews generally include apples in Herosis, a nod to the Mishratic tradition that Israelite women would go into the fields and seduce their husbands under apple trees, in a defiance of the Egyptian attempts to prevent reproduction by separating men and women. It's an aphrodisiac.
I never
I
knew.
thought it
I've
just
never heard of that before.
It's a clay. It's a clay. They build the pyramids.
It's from the Mishra.
And then we have the thing is it
The
the
brick and the
greens.
clays.
And why do we have greens?
Springtime?
Spring, renewal of life.
Springtime also,
Oh,
things
okay.
that of course, when the Jews were slaves, they were poor. They were the bottom of the ladder and things that, and all they could afford when people came to visit would be to offer greens. So that was one of the reasons why. And also, I think is that it's a playoff, that you would use the greens with the salt water and so forth for the different ceremonies. Okay?
Then we also have, isn't that nice?
The orange.
The orange. You don't remember the orange one? Jenna, why do we have the orange, do you
For
know?
women,
Right, yes.
You know why?
women can lead the Seder.
Because there was a rabbi that said that women could not leave the Seder till an orange was on the plate, and the following year all these women put oranges on. And it also was the idea of doing something that was against tradition and to be inclusive. And a lot of Orthodox were anti-gay, anti-women, and basically xenophobic.
They still are.
Yeah, well, that's why this is here.
I think, would you like to start the Kiddush?
Sure.